Good afternoon, beautiful people. Beks Thompson here from Be a Beacon Programs for Women. On this glorious autumn day, we are officially the first, some might say the second day of autumn. And I can really feel a change coming through. I think the fatigue, a little bit of the over the heat from the end of summer and that stillness, that heaviness and humidity. Wow, this wind's coming in, the rain's been through. I don't know about where you are right now, but that's true for this part of the world up on Bribie Island in southeast Queensland. And we've got beautiful breezes this morning and sunshine. So we're talking about this art of letting go, and you hear it all the time. Let go, you might hear it in your yoga class. Just do this and let go, or you need to let go of that, or why aren't you letting go of that? And it can seem, if you're on a personal growth path, perhaps, that you are always having to let go of something, or you're trying to let go of something. So what if we didn't have to try to let go? What would that feel like? If someone said to you, stop trying to let go. You don't have to try and let go of that. Does it feel like a bit of a relaxation, perhaps, in your body, that you can take away some of that effort? Because the truth is, we don't have to try, not in the essence of that word about putting effort in, because what happens is often that mental effort comes in, because that's often what we relate to effort, right? I have to put mental effort in. I need to try to let go. I need to understand this. I need to process this. I need to let it go. But when we understand some fundamental principles about the alchemy of letting go, we find that there's a lot more ease to it. So I want to give you about 3 or 4 solid tools here that are going to allow this releasing, allow this letting go. That's the trying, is just shifting it to allowing the letting go. So if you know that you have these thoughts going around and around in your head about something from your past, if you know you can't let go of a relationship, maybe you can't let go of the fact that you didn't get that job, maybe you can't let go of the mental thoughts that go around with your self-berating, negative self-talk, maybe you can't let go of those, right? If you keep trying to let go, you are going to stay in this place of resistance to what that was. When you step into trying, you are in resistance to what that was or what that is. And while you're still in a place of resistance, no matter how much trying you do, you are not going to get anywhere with it. So what is the difference between trying and being in resistance and allowing? One of the first things you can do is just to be in presence. So, hey Susie. So we want to drop back into our body. Presence is not drifting off into the spiritual realm through the third eye and out here outside of your body. Presence is in your body. It has to be embodied. When we drop into a place of presence, and I often use the sacral space, for women this is womb space, for men it's your center or sacral space. This gives us a very profound sense of presence. But we can also get there through sensation and feeling of the body, and we can get there through awareness on the breath, just in different ways. Now, when we come back into this sense of presence in our body, we can be with what is, and we can observe that attachment to not getting that job, observe that attachment to that relationship, observe those thoughts. And being in a place of observation puts you in a place of non-resistance. When you are in a place of non-resistance to what that was and what that still is, it allows this process of releasing the attachment to it. Now that's the simplest form of presence. It sounds simple, but you might be able to get present in your yoga class when someone's guiding you. You may be able to feel into your body in that contained environment, but can you do it whenever you get triggered? Can you do it whenever those thoughts come in? Can you do it every time you get reminded that you didn't get that job and someone else got that promotion? Can you do it every time there's some physical pain in your body or you get upset or emotional? That's the difference. You need to get mastery over that ability to stay in your body and be in what we call the witness, to lower your resistance to what is and to be able to allow the releasing of that attachment. So that's the first thing in its most simplest form, but also perhaps its most potent and powerful form. But there are other ways that we can make this go quicker, we can make it go deeper, and we can make it a little bit more specific. I'm going to give you, I think, just 2 other ways today, so we can keep this nice and contained. So the second way that we can really help facilitate this releasing of attachment to something, because that's what letting go is, without trying, is to use our yoga postures. Now, I had an amazing class this morning, those of you that were with me, where we really opened up our hips and we also moved into some deep forward folds. Now, a forward fold, anywhere where you are bending forward at the hips or bending forward through the spine, is a posture of letting go. All right, because anything that we need to release is from the past, often. Yeah, we do need to release maybe attachment to grasping from the future. Either way, it was when we're in a forward fold, that is an energetic posture that supports this process of releasing attachment and being in non-resistance to what is. So whenever you do a forward fold, so even just standing and bending over towards touching your toes, if you're not a yogi, that's a forward fold. And we do it sitting in lots of different postures, don't we? Yeah. And so that when you're in the posture, you can just say to yourself, I release all attachment to that which doesn't serve me any longer. I release all attachment to that which doesn't serve me any longer. Yeah? And you can just focus maybe on a specific thing and allow that to move through you as you breathe and stay in non-resistance to the physical sensation in your body, as well as whatever it is you want to release in your life. But you don't even have to get caught up in what it is you might want to let go. A regular, consistent practice that involves forward bends, as well as others, but today we're focusing on that, is going to help you learn the art of letting go in all aspects of your life. So you don't have to focus on any one thing, and whatever emotion or whatever thought arises as you're doing the work, not trying, just doing and being in that, you can release it without trying. This is the beauty of it. We get so caught up in our heads, don't we? Don't you get caught up in your head of trying to work it out that you forget sometimes that there are fundamental, beautiful principles that ancient sages laid down for us, and we think we know better, and we try and get in our head and we try and get into that reasoning and make it different and go to these little specialist things when the fundamentals are really right there. Now, the third thing that you can do, and it's one of my absolute favorites because it is portable, anyone can do it, doesn't matter how physical you are, doesn't matter how healthy you are, doesn't matter if you can speak, it doesn't matter, is mantra. Mantra is the number one go-to for me because I can take it anywhere, no one needs to know that I'm doing it, and it's just amazingly, incredibly powerful. And my favorite mantra for this releasing of attachments to things is Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Now, the energy of Shiva, which is the aspect of divinity that we're chanting to in that mantra, is the aspect of burning up and letting go, of releasing and burning up delusion and dross and all that crap that we hold on to that is stopping us from stepping into our greatest and fullest potential. So how awesome is that? Om Namah Shivaya. And you can have the intention of appreciation and acknowledgement of what is at the same time as letting go, of releasing attachment and stepping into potential. We can have both. And Om Namah Shivaya, we don't have to understand it particularly. Our head can't necessarily wrap a story around it. We can just get stuck into that mantra, which puts us in a beautiful place of non-resistance. And the essence of that mantra on a vibrational level is helping us to churn up this attachment, to get movement, to get movement, so we can get this out of our body physically, out of our mental thought patterns that go round and round, and out of our energetic self. Now, it may seem, again, too simple, but the most beautiful things are simple. You just don't often want to stick with it to get the mastery. You want to keep doing lots of different things because you think that might work, rather than stick to one thing and really get the results. Now, I gave this mantra to one of my clients the other day. It was a guy, along with very little else, actually. He had a couple of other things, but on the Namah Shivaya, he just went for it. He came back and he said, I cannot believe that doing Om Namah Shivaya almost so much through the day, he's working and he just kept doing Om Namah Shivaya. I have not had the mental thought patterns that I have had for the last 10, 20 years that have constantly been there, that have made me so angry, so depressed on a daily basis. He said to me, I didn't think I would ever let go of my stories. And he's like, over the last 2 weeks, I can't even think of a time that those stories came in. Now that is powerful. That is transformational, because every time you have those negative thought patterns or that energetic pull back to those stories, you are laying down crap, dross in this physical body that at some point is going to give you some pain, discomfort, heaviness, fatigue. Like he was, you're going to be getting more irritable, maybe a little bit more angry, unable to think clearly, unable to see what it is that your next step is. A mantra is an incredible, powerful tool. So if there's something that you know you want to release attachment to, but be in this place of non-resistance to, mantra is magic. Om Namah Shivaya. So there are 3 things. Embodied presence, coming into your body through body awareness, breath, or dropping into your center. Womb space for men, sacral space. Womb space for men, for women, sacral space for men. And being place of the witness. Lower resistance, and then you bring that presence into some forward folds. If you're doing some yoga practice, you're releasing forward and holding that and breathing and getting that feeling of releasing it to any attachment that is holding you back, whilst acknowledging the beauty and the wisdom of that experience. Because there's always juice, there's always something that is gained from every experience. Appreciation there is the key. And then the third one, mantra, and of course you can bring all these together. So this is the beauty of having someone be able to expertly guide you in particular ways. And this is just general, but imagine being able to do this, one-on-one, to know exactly what you can do for you. So you don't waste time trying to do things and then getting frustrated because you're not getting the results that you want, or you're not sticking with it long enough, or you're doing the wrong thing, or there's too much doing, and not enough being. So this is where I excel with all of my experience, and I've helped now hundreds and hundreds of men and women to release these attachments that have been giving them pain, that have been giving them such difficulties in keeping energy that they've been unable to sleep. So a woman I worked with the other day, after the first session with me, she slept all night from 10 till 5. For the past 15, 20 years before that, she had been waking up nearly every hour. Every night, that whole time, one session, and she went away and she slept through the whole night. She was amazed. She said, I went away skeptical, but I did what you said, and I slept all night. She goes, I could not believe it. I woke up and it was dark, and I thought, oh, it didn't work. But then she said, oh, I could hear birds. And she looked at her clock, and it was 5 o'clock. And she said she was just like, oh my God, I slept through the whole night. Now that is gold, and that is worth absolutely priceless. This is a change that can be made when you get the right help. And I have created for you a really profound experience where you can come and get that help in a group environment. It's an intimate experience for 12 women, and it's called Goddess Rising Retreat. So this is not a retreat where you just come away and do a little bit of yoga and some relaxation and have that nice little bit of holiday. This is a time out where you really get to step back from your life with honesty and compassion, love, connection and beauty, and really see what your next step is and shift yourself physically, emotionally, energetically. We're talking DNA, cellular, quantum level alchemy, where you can go back to your life knowing so much more truth about yourself, having shifted, having actually gone through a metamorphic process over 4 days and 4 nights that is going to lift you to that next level in being able to attract everything that you really want, and even knowing what it is that you want, being able to open yourself up to more abundance, more juice, more sensuality, more creativity, more courage to be fully expressed in your life so that you can really be in your highest potential, because anything less than that, you are hiding. You're holding yourself back, and on some level, that's not going to feel good for you. It's not going to feel good for you. Now, it is hard for us all to commit time, to commit money, to trust. But like I said, I have worked with hundreds of women, and it just gets better, the results that we get. The results that we get. So I'm going to put the link down for this retreat underneath this video so you can check it out and see what other women have said and see what's going to be involved, because this is more than a retreat. This is for women who are already pretty steady on the spiritual personal development path, but maybe they're still not feeling that they're getting the full results, or they just need that time to step back and reflect what their next step is. This is about elevating you. This is about evolution to that next level, and we should always be growing and expanding and having expert guidance in that. So if that's you and you're like, yes, I am on this path and I do want that, then I would love you to check out this retreat, because we need a little bit of time to get you organized, because it's 4 days and we've got payment plans available for you, but it is only for 12 special women that are ready to step into this. With full support, with deep connection, with a lot of juice, with a lot of fun, with a lot of creativity. But these are sacred practices from across the globe. This is alchemy. This is focused presence. This has a lot of potential. So you need to be ready for that. You need to have been doing this work for a while so that you can hold that energy as it's rising and be more attuned to these deeper, more profound and subtle practices that we move into on these next levels of the path. So if that is you, then I would love to work with you. So click on the link that I'm going to put in the comment section below and have a look at that. You can contact me with any of your questions, but you're going to want to get in now so you can get early bird prices and start planning ahead, because it's in July. So good luck with that. I want to hear your feedback around the art of letting go rather than the trying, and let me know your thoughts around that. And like I say, click on the link below to find out more about Goddess Rising and to share to anyone that you feel is in that place that would really appreciate this opportunity to lift themselves up to this next level and step into their real, juicy, raw, passionate, courageous women. Come and join us. Have an amazing day, everyone. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.